Hello guys, I'm starting in a moment with some farming. In the meantime, let me quickly select this character. I'll probably do some experimenting on easy modes and then on hard mode. I'm gonna try and play all three different classes today, both the Slayer, the Rogue, not the Rogue but the Scout and the Mage. I will try and maybe experiment with new builds, new sets, probably. I did modify my Slayer build, so I will test this one first. First of all, I want to test the build I made. Am I doing the offensive one? I'm doing the more offensive version, which means it's kind of more squishy. There is a defensive version that actually involves taking those points here, those 5 points, instead of those 5, and instead of this one, it's taking either this damage reduction or this damage reduction regardless. However, I've got this body count number 3 now. So that's extra 50% crit damage. Maybe for just 20 seconds instead of 30 seconds, but it's nice. So for bosses, probably you wouldn't want this. And that's what I'll try. I'll try removing it from my build now, before a boss fight. And let's see what would fit well for a boss fight build. Something that doesn't rely on getting bonuses after killing a champion. I can cause bleeding, probably, and get some damage according to the bleeding. I was experimenting with this. This is not part of my build, this unwavering mustard. But I was experimenting on stacking much energy with Last Bastion. However, without the heroic version it takes a lot of time to fill it up. So probably that's not the best thing to keep. Stunned enemies take more damage and deal less damage. Oh, let's do that. Let's do the bleeding synergy. So where was the one for... There we go. Hmm. I'm taking this, and I removed the third version of this, but it will kick in from when the monster has 40% HP, so it's better in a way and worse in another way, so it's kind of a so-so. So for bosses this is very nice, especially if it's the 40% HP one. Just thinking whether I should pick something else. No, maybe that's kind of it. I'm not gonna take Mountain's Rat. I'm taking Avenging Charge Superior for when I'm rushing. And also on boss fights this could give you an extra escape skill. So maybe on boss fights it is worth keeping it. Alternative would be Laceration. And I probably would wanna try Laceration once. So let's try with Laceration first. And if I need the extra escape, I'll take Avenging Charge Superior. I can't think of anything else that might be worth taking. This one's not worth it, I've tried it. So now, just checking if there's anything I can improve, but I don't think so. I don't think so, so let's go. First of all, I'm gonna try an easy mode, like, what am I doing? Chaos 3, I think. After Chaos 3, I'll try a Chaos 5 run. there. I'm just checking laceration, how it does. Okay, that's not the play. Yeah, laceration is not as good as my jumpy. So that was Chaos 3, let's try Chaos 5 now and see how long it would take us and if I'll even be able to do it. I don't think I need laceration, it's not worth the damage it's doing, so I'd rather have the extra utility of Avenging Charge. So I'm gonna change to this Fire Avenging Charge. There's nothing else that I can think of being worth taking. And let's up the difficulty all the way to Chaos 5. Select. Continue. Oh, sorry, I just saw it was showing a black screen on my stream. Sorry for that, I just fixed it. Let me also remove that chat box. I don't think we need it at the moment. There we go. Well, you kind of missed due to me not showing the correct thing. You kind of missed on seeing the boss kill I just did on Chaos 3, but anyways, you didn't miss much. It was just an easy Chaos 3. So now moving on to Chaos 5. Let me just quickly show you so you know it's Chaos 5. I'm gonna try and do Keeper of Secret. No, Lord of Change. Had enough of Keeper of Secret for the past few days. Today and last night I've been farming the shit out of it. Okay, there's the one shot in the first few seconds. Let's try again. Basically, I just have to be careful when he spawns up. Okay, we need more defense. This won't work. I'll try again, but my damage reduction probably isn't enough. Yeah, I do need more HP and more healing in order to do this. So it's kind of working the way it is. Okay, it's not so bad. It is pretty much doable the way I've set up this. So it's quite nice even on Chaos 5. Oh, wrong one. Kinda missed on a lot of DPS here in this phase. Let's see where it will land. I'm gonna give it a few seconds after it lands so I can avoid the one. And this is the one shot I wanted to avoid. I don't know why he did it. He usually does it at the beginning of the phase. But it's doable. I mean, now I see it's pretty much about giving it some time once he lands to do his melee attack and then just rushing in. Okay, I kind of messed up here. If I get it right from the start, it's okay, but you see, I almost got it. Almost got it now in the previous. Okay, well, survivability with this build is kind of about not making mistakes on the boss fight. I did modify it for a boss fight though, so I'm not sure if I can take any other damage reduction. I don't have the extra HP note. I'm wondering if this would proc after killing one of the phases of the boss. I've never experimented with it, and maybe I should. I'm not sure whether I can stun him. Okay, it's gonna take a while, for sure. But I will do it eventually. As you can see, each death is not from the build, but from me making mistakes. So, kind oh, yeah, here I forgot to heal again. I was not even expecting to take some damage from those monsters. The little guy. Okay, let's try again. Okay, this wasn't bad. Oh, this was so close. I was just about to use my potion. Okay, good, good. Okay, now I just have to be more careful. Why would he one-shot me now? He usually does that at the beginning of the phase. Since when does he do it at the end of the phase? Like the phase on the platform. He was like 30% HP left on the final HP bar. But yeah, this close range attack, so far I've never seen him until today do it at the end of its platform stand. Ah, so close. I will do it though. It is doable as long as I just take. Okay, I'm taking it slowly now for the last phase. Well, it's the last one I would try, of course. Oh, I forgot I filled my inventory from farming yesterday on this character, and I forgot to empty it. Oh, and fuck. Now I can't go back. Annoying placement of the portal. I just wanted to move a little so I can pick the item. Well, now it's time to sell some non-heroic items and then spend a lot of time. I should have done that before streaming, but I forgot that this was full. I ran some bosses last night until I filled my inventory. So first let's start with what I'm wearing, just to see anything that's worse would have to go. Now for this set, let's keep the one with the most cooldown reduction. There's two options. Okay, we got those two sold, and from those two, one of them should be better. This one's more armor, more cost reduction. This one has wood quality and counter attack. So wood quality or cost reduction? I'm guessing for a last song set, maybe cost reduction would be better, since it's a set that requires using the bleeding skill, which costs some energy. Grimnir's tattoos, no, I don't need that or that. What about the challenge marks? Let's pick the best one from the bunch. Kind of the one with the most HP probably. Yeah. As for those, I don't think I need those pants. I got better. And let's see, this one. This one seems weak. This one seems weak as well. This one's got a lot of HP, so I'll probably keep this. This one's got more HP though. But the armor is very low on that one. So let's just do something like... Now for the gloves. I don't think I need those, nor do I need those. And let's pick one last song. This one's got a lot of HP, that one, compared to the other one. Feet armor. Well, I'm wearing something better than those. Last song, let's see, how many last songs? Quite a few. Let's pick between those. Oh, those are Grimnir, bad Grimnirs. Only one challenge boot. This seems like the best of the bunch. So selling everything else. Getting more reputation rewards. Lovely. Now for the access. There's a lot of stuff we need to sell, like this thing and this thing. I think maybe from those, kind of everything needs to go. Victor's Tribute, I'm trying to find a good one with crit damage, crit chance, cooldown reduction and damage. But there's always one of the stats missing for me between the ones I've just listed. For now probably I'd rather sell all of those. Let's sell this Heart Seeker. Cooldown, crit damage and damage, but no crit chance, and crit chance is much more useful for now. As for the last fight, I really wanna fight with the last fight, but again I need something with cooldown reduction, crit chance, crit damage and damage. So for now I can't find that specific combination of bonuses. So let's sell this one. Let's sell this one. I've been reading some people thinking that they get better wood on Chaos 5. No, it's just random. It doesn't matter what Chaos you're doing. It's random what stats you would get on the items. You might farm Chaos 1 and still get item with better rolls than what you get from the same item on Chaos 5. So don't be confused if someone says that. It's not true. So it's good to spread this out so people don't get misled by such comments and such posts. So regardless of what difficulty you decide to farm on, you have the exact same chance to gain specific roll at a better value. Just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm almost done cleaning up that inventory. Okay, sorry about that, just the rings left. Now, I don't need this, no crit chance. Crit chance is more important than crit damage for me. So I've got one with crit chance and damage. This one has less crit chance, more damage. I'd rather keep the one with the more crit chance. This one's not worth it either. I wonder if I should sell those two that used to be my old ones. I'm okay with the cooldown reduction currently. So yeah, I've got this down to 2 seconds. I tried stacking more. I've tried stacking my cooldown reduction all the way to 60 something percent, 62, 63. This was still 2 seconds, and somehow this didn't get further down. This didn't get further down too much, so I'm fine the way the cooldowns are at the moment. Of course, I'll try to get more cooldown reduction. Anything better is fine. Now let's try doing a regular, what's it called? A regular relic hunt. Just with this more squishy build, just to see how often I'll get one shot. Of course, I'm not gonna do poison clouds, because This is getting nerfed. The poison clouds will not be able to kill you. They can leave you at 1 HP, but you would not be able to die from damage over time, such as bleeding, poison, etc. It's kind of nice because those poison fields were kind of OP. So when heroes remain static, they lose health every second. Let's try this. I'm also not a big fan of how they're trying to add artificial difficulty by losing HP and energy. I really hope they get rid of those and add some proper difficulties, proper modes, something more original. Not this crap, but that's up for debate, I guess. I know I'm not the only one that thinks so. Uh, I've seen other people who agree with this. But this is not the way to add difficulty into a game, to just make it that you lose HP or mana gradually. Oh, I forgot to change my build. Let me quickly leave the area. I removed the boss oriented skills and put back the rushing skill. I need this, what was it, the god skill? Body count. Do I need to inflict bleeding? I don't have anything that relies on bleeding, so maybe I could just take the damage reduction, but this damage reduction doesn't seem to do much. And it doesn't say how much less damage they do for a few seconds. This is nice, damage increased while you have maximum energy, but you have to pre-buff yourself with Past Bastion. This might take a while due to the cooldown. Eventually you would have full energy if you don't die. So if you're planning on dying, it's not good. Maybe I'll just keep it the way it is. I'll try it this way, just to be sure. A little bit of extra damage reduction is always welcome. Especially now that we're playing a more squishy build than yesterday. Okay, yes, let's go. Now, I'm gonna start at some energy here. And rage. Let's find our first victims. Oh, I stayed in one spot and this is what happens when I do that. All the hard-earned money that I farmed this morning is gonna get lost, but that's why I farm easy difficulties and then I try and do Chaos 5 to lose all the money. Obviously, as you can see, it's not the build's fault, but it's kind of my fault for dying cold. But I can't be bothered to not play bad. Kind of too much trouble to try and do good and not die. I can still complete the things even if I die, so I don't really care. As long as I can complete it, I'm fine. Oh, those die too slow and one shot is. I'll ignore that, a specific type of elite. And this is what happens when I stay in the same spot for too long. But I've tried various defensive builds. I mean, I'll probably try a build with the extra HP. I'll sure try just to see how it goes stacking HP and stuff. But that would be so boring to play because you kind of do almost no damage. But yes, sure, I probably need to try it while I have some fragments left. How am I doing with the fragments? Do I have enough to respec? I probably don't, because I respect a few times today already. Yeah, this won't be enough. But I probably want to try a build that involves getting this HP and what, and this HP and that HP. So that's gonna be a lot of HP. I'll try and stack it up, see how it goes. This is probably gonna be good for a build with what's it called, the set Avenger. The Avenger set would go well with stacking HP and cost reduction, and maybe trying the spin to win on the Avenger. Spin to win plus your heroic version of Cleave, or maybe the spin to win would be good with Rage, with the Rage set. I did try the spin to win with this set yesterday. It's not worth it. The damage is too bad. The defensive abilities are too bad. So I didn't see a reason for someone to try and use the spin to win skill with this set. Maybe with another set it synergizes. It would probably be good with the skills that increase your damage reduction as your HP goes low and the damage goes up as your HP goes low. Okay, that enemy is dead. Oh, and there's an event. But yeah, this works, this kind of works as long as you remember to dodge. And you have this skill I've put on my right mouse button, the charging skill. Okay, in on time. This skill, Avenging Charge. You're not using energy for anything else, so why not put this skill into this build instead of using Mountain's Wrath? And that's why I decided to get rid of Mountain's Wrath too in here, and to get rid of Spite Smite, just so I could get those nodes. If you don't want to be that damage oriented, you could remove those 6 nodes here and take those 5 nodes and pick one damage reduction either from here or there. Or you could just take those and take the 2 damage reductions. Maybe just take 1, 2, 3, 4 and then decide what to spend the other 2 points on. You could probably try and spend the 2 other points somewhere. Let's see where would be good. I don't see any place that would be better. Where? Oh, I see where I should go. Okay, before the boss I want to get rid of all the so I'll just kind of pull them over there and let's add some burning into the combo. And the other thing that it stacks well with this set is the burning from the set itself, the fiery aura, and the burning from my left mouse button, the avenging charge. It's good for trash mobs. In the easy difficulties it's kind of enough to kill the trash mobs with just the aura. And if you add the other burning it's kind of GG for most trash mobs. Just wanted to get rid of all the ads that can backstab me while killing the boss. Well, there's still some ads left, so I can still probably get one shot here easily. So I'm kind of playing it safer. I could try and do more damage, but then there's a higher chance to die. So I'm just diving in and out of combat. He's dead. Okay, this worked well, So I've had some fun with this build. Maybe I should try and play a bit on the ranger. I really want to try a poison build on my scout. Because it's the only build I haven't tried on the scout is the poison. I started off with the summoning build, I leveled up with it. It was great for farming easy bosses, but on the high bosses I kind of fell short because the summons died pretty quickly. That's why I took the trapping build. But I haven't tried the poison, and it seems the poison is the good build for boss fights and stuff. Of course, the other build can also handle it, but probably not as good as the poison. We'll see. Okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad as well. If only this had crit damage, I mean crit chance instead of cost reduction. It would have been pretty awesome. Crit chance is pretty hard to come by for this class, especially knowing that you can only have one linked gem combo in all your gear. The worst between all characters is this guy in regards to links. He can only have one link, so pretty much 1/4 of what a mage, for example, could get. So we're stuck on relying on our gear for crit chance here. Whereas with the mage, you can get up to 2 crit chance on each piece of item, and there's 10 pieces, so that's 20 crit chance you can get on a mage just from the upgrades. Kind of good numbers there. Now, I've done the boss, I've done the test for Chaos 5 farming as well. Let me quickly go change character. I did level up a Conrad quickly, but I wanna stream a proper playthrough. So maybe tomorrow I'll do a rush playthrough stream for Conrad. I'll delete this one later. I needed this one just for a video. Let's delete him actually. Now let's go on Elisa or Elisa, regarding how it's pronounced, I'm not sure. So Elisa, what build should I try for her? I'm sure my skills are nowhere near as good as poison build skills, but maybe it will do. Maybe it will do even for a non-poison build the way I've got them set up. Now I just need to change the set. I think the way I've set up the skills would work even on a poison build. I'll just probably need to change this to the poison version. So we're picking poison here. This trap, let's pick a poison version of it. Oh, it doesn't have a poison version. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Is this poison? Physical damage, energy gain. This would be okay for poison damage. This is also good for poison damage, and I probably would play with that because I like it more. Now let me first change the set gear. I probably have some good items here for her. I'll pick anything that's Eternal Queen. I remember shortlisting some stuff, so hopefully it works. Do I have the correct bow? No, I don't. Well, I probably would have to play with the trap damage bow for now. For now, until I find something better. Now as for the rings, Ring of Spirits. I'll take it just in case. I'll take this just in case. Just whatever I can take. I'll keep my executors, it's amazing. Ring of the Guardian probably might help. Now is this? No, the Starlight. Okay, I'll take whatever accessories I can find. Now off we go to the town to change my gear. First of all, let's pick the best helmet. What are we going to need? We're going to need cooldown reduction. A lot of it and a lot of HP. 9.5 cooldown reduction, but losing some HP. This is good. This is more cost, more cooldown, and more health than the other one. This one only has more defensive stats, but it's kind of fine. Going on to the next part. The torso. I only have one, so not much of a choice here. Legs. I only have two to pick from. So just let's do something like that for a good compare. Yeah, that was a no-brainer. Now let's compare here. This is not enough HP. So this was also a no-brainer. How many Queen's Boots do I have? 2. 2 HP is good. Bow-wise, not much of a choice. And this bow I need to sell, it's pointless to keep it. For the daggers, it's kind for the necklace, I'm using extra damage reduction. And it's mostly because it gives crit chance and damage. So something using Untamed and Iron Bark. And I'm stacking some HP and crit chance here. And crit damage and damage. Chance to grant damage bonus on crit and chance to grant damage reduction on crit. I wanna do some blessings though. How is my crit chance at the moment? 40%, but that's when I'm not staying static. If no enemies nearby. So I need a bit more. And my crit damage also needs to be increased. Just a quick. Yeah, this was crit chance, this was crit damage, so I need to do something like that. And let's go for maybe some damage. Okay, I'm gonna go full on crit chance here. And on this one, I'll go for some crit chance with a bit of crit damage. And some extra damage. So, what have we got left? Just the bracer. Oh, the helmet as well. My bad, my bad. The helmet as well. Let's get some extra crit damage here. An extra crit chance here. I'd rather crit more often than do bigger crits for now. So without that 10% I'll be at 35.5 crit chance. Not the best, but kind of stuck that way for now, because this doesn't give me crit chance. If I find one without armor piercing and of course a better bonus, I'll be happy. For the skills, I'm really not sure what to pick besides spinning blades. Spinning blades for this SWAT, I probably don't need 2 traps. Hungry Roots is always good though. Hungry Roots is always good. What's this? Health regeneration, I'm using that. So I'm stacking this. I believe that's it for the build. Let's try and see how it performs. First off, maybe try something easy to warm up. Let's try Word of Change or Keeper of Secret. Let's try Word of Change. On Chaos 3. Ah, so close. Okay, I couldn't find the correct one, but now we did. And now let's try something harder. Let's go for some Chaos 5 mapping, just to check how the build does. Did I change the difficulty? Kinda, okay, I did. Oh, I also need to sell some stuff before I go in. So anything that's Eternal Queen and I'm not wearing, I will get rid of. Now that I know that I'm using the best ones I've got from the set. Okay, I think this is good. I auto executors, armor piercing, crit chance and damage. Whereas this one is cooldown reduction, crit hit chance, crit damage and damage. This is the perfect row, so I'm selling you. Okay, time for a lesser relic map. Poison clouds, anything but this. I can't see the poison clouds with all the poison I'm causing myself. This is okay, this is really looking forward to the patch. I haven't checked any news regarding when the patch would come. Those are very nasty, they can one-shot you easily if you're not. And you see what I mean. If you're not careful, you get one shot. If you stay on the same spot for too long. But that applies to any class. But yeah, it's a good test for the poison build. I'm liking it. I've been taking my time playing the other builds, but the poison isn't bad the way I'm doing it. You can stack how much? Let's see. Let me find it. I'll have to wait for the cooldown. I want to stack up Queen's Rat with that grassy field here. That's from my familiar. That's a lot of attack. That is a lot of attack. 127,000 damage. Yeah, pretty neat. Okay, this annoying mage guy died, so I can just properly focus on tanking this guy. Should I even bother with this dude? For a moment. Of the piercing arrows. I prefer the piercing version of those arrows because it hits more enemies, more energy per second. And those are very nasty. The guy with the staff, he's a one-shotter, so I don't think it's the best idea to pull him towards the boss, but not much I can do. This is a very tight space and I'll probably die if I go here. But he's nasty because I think he can heal the boss. I'm not sure about this, but it seems those are the ones that heal in this map. The ones with the big stuff. And they have this tons of damage. So I'm just gonna kill them before the boss. Otherwise they might follow me in the boss room and then they might be impossible to kill while the boss is attacking me. Okay, this is not good. I probably should kill the little elite first, the rogue one. This guy, this is what I want to kill first. There we go, this guy's dead. Now, if I get those to 10... And he's tanky, he's... Okay. Probably the end boss would take me less time to kill than this dude. I'm gonna I really do need a better bow though. I'm using a bow that gives me damage to traps. It's not bad because I'm using one trap, but it's just one. And I just swapped to this build a few moments ago. So yeah, it's kind of an experiment for me now. They keep bouncing off the wall and returning to... So... blades. So okay, Chaos 5, this build is of course viable. And something that people probably don't do is the Guardian Spirit. I do equip it for that little bit of extra health regen to boost the damage slightly more. We get 283,000 because my health regen goes all the way to 33.5. Of course my gear is not the perfect in regards to health regen. I'll try to get more pieces with more health regen. For now only the armor has it, I think. But this is what I've got, only 2 pieces. This is what I had in my warehouse. And this is the percentage. 0.6 means 0.6% health regeneration. I think they should add a percentage in this tooltip, just to make it clear. This is not some fat modifier. This is actually percentages that you see as a bonus on your items. Now my mission would be to go and do some easy bosses and get a better bow that is not trap damage oriented. I'm gonna keep my executors, but the bow needs to go for now. Did I get anything worth keeping? Let's sell everything new. This isn't bad, I might keep it for my summoning set. I don't need this though. If only this gave a crit chance with that HP regen. So now let's go to easy mode and farm some bosses for a better bow. Let's do Chaos 2. I want things to be extremely fast, so Chaos 2 should do the trick. Just so I can get, even if it's a crap version of it, a bow that gives me a bonus that's better for.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Actually, let's take the yellow gear as well. It sells in the end for some stuff. This is an efficient way of farming items, and there are some lies spread around the internet that doing Chaos 5 gives you better road items. No, it's not. It's just random. Someone just got lucky a few times on Chaos and thought. I probably should put my other set in the warehouse, just so I don't end up selling it. This is pretty nice. I'll compare. Now let me quickly put some stuff in the warehouse. So anything that's blessed and I'm not wearing should go. And let's put all the unblessed stuff as well. I'll filter out the junk later. For now I just wanna have an empty warehouse, empty bags. Okay, everything's empty. This is how you do farming bosses, I think, the best way. You can then just sell. Unless you find something good. Should I try another boss? This seems the best one because there's no downtime in between the phases and you can just keep DPS.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Of course I could do rotations and the positioning. Still fast enough, like less than a minute per kill. This is how you can easily farm. Even fragments can be farmed fast. You don't get much fragments from the drops, but you end up a lot of item drops which you can exchange for fragments. So I'm just in need of a better bow. My current bow kinda has shitty stats. no crit chance, and if I can get something with damage crit chance, crit damage cooldown reduction, that would be great. I think there's a bow that can reset my cooldowns. Maybe this one would be the best option, so I can spam Queen's Wrath. Did I have such an item? Mm, maybe an amulet of this kind would be nice.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, this is quite. Let's do a few more times, just until a bow drops. So far, no bow. I can probably try increasing it up to Chaos 3. There won't be much of a difference between 2 and 3 anyway.
A peaceful haven.
Okay, he did a bit more damage on this difficult. That's. But yeah, it was kind of 50% slower to kill it this time, I think. And probably the wood isn't worth it that extra times.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Still no bow, I guess. Let's try another boss. Let's try Word of Change. Just a bit of change.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Of course, this is maybe a bit slower. Shit. Don't miss it.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Let's try again. Oh! This is a nice surprise, a one-shot greeting. Even on Chaos 3. So kinda need to keep my distance for the first few seconds. Okay, this was nice. 2 HP bars in a matter of few. This was pretty fast. Maybe this one would actually turn out to be better farm than the other. Oh no, we missed it this time. Yeah, this RNG is gonna take a while. It is gonna take a while, but not much we can do about it now. Let's see if anything that dropped is worth keeping. This is nice, reducing the cooldowns when using potions. Especially when farming bosses. So let's just keep this one, but actually it's bad stats, so let's not. Oh, wrong boss. Well, anyways, let's just do this. Oh, there's another thing I read online. Someone said that rings don't drop from bosses. Well, as you just so they do. So another person that probably was unlucky and not getting rings due to RNG, thinking it was that the rings only drop from the relic maps. But yeah, you just saw me getting a ring, so this is debunked as well. Gotta be careful when the game is new. There's a big chance of getting misinformed by someone's guesses. I was not sure about this with the rings, but I was kind of 90% sure that it was bullshit. I just wasn't 100% sure. Now I kind of confirmed it. Because I never thought about me getting or not getting specific items from specific. Symbiosis, another one for the traps, come on. Yeah. Let's just check what we've got so far. This ain't bad due to the health regen, I might compare it later. But I don't think we can get more than 0.6 health regen on an item. At least I've never gotten more, but I would say it's a guess. So don't quote me on that. But so far I've seen the health again going all the way to 0 point.
Peaceful haven among the shadows.
And maybe just few set pieces, but I'm not sure. Maybe just the chest and legs can get it. We'll see. I'll try to find out now.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Master's bow, I think this is the bow. Performing, yeah, this is the bow I needed. Now, if only it was with a better. And if I change the bow, this turns into a 25% cooldown. So yeah, I'll have to find something better. Let's do some word of change.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Ah, so close.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Yeah, no crit chance though. But this turned into a good experiment, this poison.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I did kind of bad this time, but still, I mean, it's almost dead.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
What's this? I kind of forgot what the bonuses on this one was. Oh, it was the summoning. Not the best one, really. Even for the summoning build, this probably isn't as good as something else like the Master Archer person. I might have a bow in my warehouse somewhere. I might have a bow there, so let me quickly check. Hopefully I didn't delete it, but I probably have a kind of okay master bow. Okay, I have a packed bow and I have another packed bow. Of course I didn't keep a master bow. Yeah, I need to get a good master bow. At least now I know what I'm after. Now let's sell the heroics as well. just to see if there's anything we would keep. For this, let me quickly. Yeah, not worth it. Okay, still trying to farm a bow. It's kind of boring, but it has to be done. If I want to sort this build out, I have to get at least a decent-ish bow. Even my current one doesn't have crit chance, so I'll be fine with one with those stats. Cooldown, crit damage and damage. Even without the cost reduction or the other bonus. Oh, did I get the bar? Yeah, kind of didn't expect this. Well, I lost a bit of DPS there. And by a bit I mean quite a lot. Oh, and my potion wasn't ready this time. Yeah, I kinda screwed this up from the start, because I used my regeneration far from the boss. I'll do it though, it's okay. What? Why did it go there? It never goes there on the first try. That's weird. Wait. It screwed up its rotation. It skipped a whole one landing. Oh, wrong boss, fuck. But it skipped the whole landing. It ran straight to its second landing after the bunch of junk. Okay, let's go back to the one I wanted to do. But let's see if it is glitchy and it will do it again. Well, now he one-shot me. He doesn't want me killing him. For sure. Eternal Queen's Helmet and Executors. Either. This is gonna take forever. Like farming for the right roles is like a boring process. Let me make things easier just so it's even faster. I'm gonna just go for Chaos 1. It doesn't matter whether it's 1 or 3 or 5. And his one shot doesn't one shot. Okay, this is gonna take a bit less time now that way, because I can just keep him in place. So yeah, that's kind of the way to do it. Oh, did you see? Now he went there. He's trying to cheat his way out of a kill. Yeah, now he just made me take longer due to this bullshit inconsistency. Now I have to wait for another. Take this bullshit. Let's do the other one that is at least consistent. Really looking forward to the update to add some more things to do in the end game. It's kind of boring just doing this. Those boots are nice for the Eternity set. But yeah, unlucky with the drops, really unlucky with the drops. Oh, this farming. I could go ahead and farm some relic runs, of course. It would also be.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I'm not sure if my passives are the best for this build, but I guess why not? It's not the worst. I'm losing some cooldown reduction here for armor piercing, so it is possible to probably get rid of that. And how many points would that be? I would like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. This is not bad, extra damage, but and crit damage. If I want extra health regeneration, I would need 6 points. 6 points, and with those 6 points, where can I get them? I could remove that crit damage and get the extra HP regen for extra damage stacking. So this is one option. One option is removing those and going for more health regen. That's mm, to just 3% extra health regen. Probably not worth it though, knowing I can get a lot of armor piercing and crit damage and damage. This skill probably would be very good, even if it's just 10% for speedrunning for 30 seconds. What else can we get here? If I decide to remove things like I don't need this. So in here I've got 15 points. 15 points can get me all the way to here. So if I spend 13 points all the way to here, I can put 2 points here and get that crit damage. And armor piercing instead of damage and crit damage. Or maybe damage and crit damage would be better. But this would give me some HP, some damage, HP, damage. Kind of not worth it. Just for the 10 champion damage reduction and damage to champions. So 9 points here, and then I can grab that note maybe. Yeah, I'll experiment later when I have points. I don't think I've got enough fragments from which ones? From the green ones. Probably the blue ones won't be enough as well. For now, let's try and get a good bow still.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I will do one thing while farming for a good bow. I will take that extra wood chance and remove my guardian spirit. This would do the trick. 100% is kind of okay.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Let's try Chaos 2. I want to see if Chaos 2 can one-shot me as well. Because having to avoid it means not DPSing for that time. Oh, not Keeper of Secret. Well, we'll do it. We started it. We'll do it.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, let's do back to back Word of Change. bad drops. I mean, not things I need. So far, I'm still to see whether anything besides the chest and legs can give HP regen. I think the gloves can't, and they can give crit damage instead. Then the boots can give speed bonus instead. So what about the helmet? What's the special thing about the helmet? I'll just keep looking for what they give, and eventually I'll find out what the piece specific bonus is. Okay, do another one of the word of change. All I need is worth it to use.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
This is getting boring. I might just go and do some easy map runs for the farming.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
In there I can still farm some gear and I can just run through them and stop for the elites. Let's sell everything and let's do some map fragments or whatever it's called. So, I don't need this. Let's see, this one 9.5 cooldown reduction. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose that. Now, should we do maxed out Grand Relic maps? Maybe this would be okay for farming, because there's gonna be some chests and some elites and more chances of getting wood. I'm kinda getting bored of spamming easy bosses for wood. I know there's probably no better options than that, but for now, kinda have to deal with. Oh, I have to remove my passive for wood chance. I don't need the wood chance passive.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I'm gonna take all that for some frag.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Hopefully I'm gonna be Wookie this way instead of just spamming easy. And Chaos 5 seems to be the least efficient for if I just want gear and not fragments. Even for fragments it doesn't seem to be better than just farming something easy. Because when I do farm fragments I go on some easy mode and just spam the shit out of it. The bloodburst kills are kind of the best thing to do on easy maps for fragments. So get the bloodburst stage 1, use it, rinse, repeat. This is a map with permanent armor reduction, I guess I reached. But once you die it resets back. What's my armor now? 15,000. If I get hit a few times, how much would it? I wanna check it. I've never done the research how much armor reduction you can stack maximum. Well, this was quite a few items for a very short amount of time. Probably better than bosses. Oh, this is nice. Let's stack up a max crit chance. And some. It's gonna be done. I probably should keep this and this skill. What was it called? The Wookiee charm while farming. It doesn't seem too bad. I just might want to do this. Just stacking that wood chance for farming. It's so boring, but kind of has to be done. I'd rather farm here than on Chaos 5 before I get a bow that's not trap related. Kind of bad drop here. Okay, now let's get all these bloodlust and farm some fragments on the next fight. I need to gather more. Okay, we ran out of that. Let's go and collect. Look at that fragment goodness. This is kind of how you farm efficient fragments. So go on like a medium difficulty like Chaos 3 or Chaos 2. Stack up with the first few monster kills, stack up your Bloodlust all the way to just the first stage, you don't need stage 2. And use it on the next big fight, then rinse and repeat.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Kinda messing with this one. Okay, let's gather a big group again. Okay, this should do.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Oh, we already have it full. Ah, I didn't see. Okay, now I have to find more enemies. Well, those. I'll have to return to collect all the fragments in a bit. Okay, now let's collect. There's quite a few here, even a heroic item.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
A lot of fragments. How am I doing with them? Okay, that was a few hundred more than earlier.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Now we need to gather more of them. Maybe the dwarf would be better for farming fragments on easy difficulties, because with the dwarf you have a fire aura and you have a charge skill that leaves a blazing trail behind you. So just with those two things and that stomp leap skill, whatever it was, I forgot its name. With that skill alone, with the other two, you kind of have everything you need for speed fight. Even if it's just those three skills that you're using. So the dwarf is probably the best for speed farming for fragments. But the dwarf's bloodlust skill is not as good as the ranger, the scout. The scout has the longest range, the widest arc, the widest wedge or whatever it's called, the shape of its attack. So it's kinda the best. Which one would be most efficient? I'll have to do some more tests. For now it's kind of unsure outcome. Ah shit, I used it and I should not. I wish I could stop this thing. If I use it to just be able to cancel it before it runs out of the rage completely. Not the rage, but what. let's end this relic. Well, it wasn't bad. I actually got a lot of reds, you can see. Oh, this is new from this map. I hope. Maybe a good bow? No, not yet. The bad streak continues. Crit chance. That's kind of it though. Okay, let's sell that instead, except just the amulet. I'll keep the amulet. Which one was it? Am I blind? I can't find it. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Of course I can't find it. Yeah, okay. I've put it back. Now let's have a... Wow, 2 reputation rewards. Still not enough to do a skill reset. To try and get rid of... I want to get rid of those points all the way to here. Maybe all the way to here. And then get this and get this for speedrunning. That extra 10 crit chance. And some extra damage, crit damage, more damage. It would be a good thing to try. For now, let's do one more run. I'm still trying to get a good bow. A master's bow would be perfect. 3 times 20% damage of the monsters. I didn't even see what zone it was. Haven't done Nurgle in a while. Well, it's not Nurgle. Oh, I need those 4 orbs.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, almost ready to do an ult. Let's call it an ult, because it kind of is an ult. And it's easier than to call it a Budva skill. Okay, that was a good one. Kind of killed a bot. And they weren't too far off, so I don't have to spend much time backtracking to ult.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
So a build that has the the crit chance speedrunning skill, this one, wouldn't require as much crit damage, and I can sacrifice some of my armor crit chance for crit damage. If I do that, it would be quite nice. Okay, this was a fast refill. I did not expect to refill this as quick as it did. Wow, okay, they're dropping a lot of orbs. A lot of blood orb. A lot of heroics as well from some trash mobs. I just had to regain a bit of energy. Okay, we're back to full bloodlust. And by full I mean one orb full. Okay, let's go wood back the fragments. How am I doing? Wow, already another 400 farms from the last time I checked. So that's like 400. I'm only counting the green ones. They're my comparison for now. So kind of 400 per map this way. At least 400 per map. Maybe it's a bit more. And of course someone probably would make it faster than me. Less, but still be more efficient. The best for farming would be Act 4. Oh no, actually Act 1 was the one with the tight spaces and demons, I think. Or is it? Let me think about it. Maybe Act 4. Act 4 should be better, yeah. I don't want to bless it now because I'm saving my blessings fragments. But it's a good trifecta, quadfecta dagger. Let's sell everything. Okay, another map. It seems to be a bit better that way because I'm farming some fragments. Nurgle. Haven't done a Nurgle map today yet at all. Not a boss run, not a map run. Well, I did some in the morning, but that was long time ago. It's kinda 25 past midnight now. So I've been seeing a lot of people asking about guides for blessings and saying that there's only for certain classes, so I made a video that explains what's the difference between blessing items in one class, on one class and on another class, just the specifics for each one of them. And of course explaining what are blessings and how they work, and all the shebangs in relation to that specific system.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Well, on this map I can just walk and they can die from my poison aura. On this difficulty on this map.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, one more orb and I can do some fragment stacking. I love classes that are good for speedrunning, and so far this guy and the dwarf are the best. And I'm assuming most people would be speedrunning on a poison build. Also, if I were to remove my Wookiee charm, I can add poison damage passive. The traps passive was glitched and it didn't increase the number of traps. But I might try the poison. Oh, not now, in town.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Oh, this hero is annoying. I'm gonna get rid of him. I did not need to. Now I need a ward of enemy. Well, that's kind of it. This map is not the best for farming fragments and this specific layout. Poison outrages die before you can even hit them with the others. Probably I can just use my bloodlust skill and just run with the poison aura through them so they can die. That way maybe it will be a bit faster. Still up for experimentation. I'm not gonna rush the map, I'm gonna go all the way to those dead.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, keep going.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Because I need So I'll have to do an experiment whether the poison damage passive or guardian spirit would give me more damage. The good thing about the poison damage passive is it's permanent, whereas the guardian spirit is conditional and only when not in cooldown for the familiar's energy. But packed ball, of course, it's not. With the bloodlust skill, or is it okay if they die from my aura for the extra fragment drop. Those are the questions we need answered.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, I kind of messed up there. I should have just focused on DPSing, but I was trying to get some stuff.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Well, the wood is bad now. It's really bad. Oh, Master Archer Bow. Cooldown reduction. This bow, I'll go and bless it right now. Now what am I using on my bow? Crit damage. Okay, I'll do the same. But yeah, finally, after how many hours? If only I could drop... no, I'm doing crit chance here, no. Wrong things. So, if only I could farm gear for this character on other characters, it would have been nice. Or exchange the gear from one character to gear for another. Like some sort of a gamble or whatever. With this one it's probably 10, yeah. So 20% kind of, with this 18 was. It's getting rounded. This packed bow I actually would keep. It might be better than what I've got. Not that I need it, but we'll see. If only this wasn't a Tireless Guardian, it would have been amazing. Now with this cooldown reduction I wanna try how the build performs. Let me go on Chaos 5. And I'm gonna do a lesser relic map. Heroes damage decreases in proportion to their missing energy. I'm not gonna do much damage. Let's try a new one. What about this? When heroes remain static, they lose energy every second. Okay, let's start. Well, I can feel the one shots coming from a mile away. I'll die a lot on this map, so if I do, I warned you.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Now I can't wood this unless I kill them. Oh shit, I forgot to do something. Let me go back to the town. I forgot to remove the wood chance skill and put the poison damage skill. And this is something that we don't want to do on Chaos 5. So poison damage and has a chance to slow. Perfect. That crowd control is all we need. Of course the damage bonus is good as well. Now hopefully we'll get a good map. Okay, the same map. It will hurt, we could die. On this map the little dudes, the ones with the dual wielding tentacles are kind of one-shotty. Or more like two-shotty.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
As you can see, this was a one-shot. Or two very quick shots that resulted in a one-shot-ish. And
A peaceful haven among
so
the
yeah, on this map I'll
shadows.
probably die shit tons of times. Cause I'm not the greatest at avoiding attacks.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I'm gonna skip those, I'm just gonna stop for the elites and farm around them. Wait, did I equip the correct bow? Yeah, I did, okay.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Too many pulls. Too many pulls and it's kinda hard to dodge them when they keep pulling you with a skill that reminds me of Inescapable Judgment.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna die a lot on this map. I really don't like doing Chaos 5 on this specific act. It's ridiculously, unreasonably one-shot. And it's not the best to do on a ranger. I'm not saying it's not doable,
Haven among the shadows.
but a lot of deaths involved in doing such a map.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Shit, I got stuck. Yeah. Just one mistake you saw there, I couldn't dodge. I got stuck into the, what's it, pillars of the stair? The railings of the stair, although it's not railings because it's stone.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
The damage is kind of very low. Not what I was expecting from a poison build, but that's probably because I need to rework my skill tree. I'm still using my skill tree from another build, the god skills. And now I don't have energy, great. The moment I stop to regain my energy, I'm gonna be one shot. So yeah, it's easier to just die to regain my energy than trying to regain it myself. And the biggest problem is all those healers with the banners. It's hard to focus those healers when there's so many of the other guys running around. And they just keep healing them. So if there weren't so many healers, it would have been easy. Or if there was a way to somehow focus them for me. I have traps, but they don't help because the healers stack themselves up and heal each other. So yeah, as you can see, two healers here. A third one right after them. And the healers keep following. Oh no. Healer. Yeah, this hero doesn't want to die and he keeps healing the other. I'll just keep going. Oh, I died while I was voting. This is a new one. Like, I've already entered and it started the voting animation, and you see, now when I pressed revive, it automatically revived me in the next stage. This is a very funny glitch. I never imagined something like that might happen, but it's probably me dying due to bleeding or whatever. Which soon won't be possible, so... So this is kind of difficult. There's 4 healers here. I think 3 up there and 1 down there. Okay, I'll put them here in this choke point. And I'll just get rid of them bit by bit, then get rid of the healers and then get rid of the boss. It's the only way and not get wrecked all the time. Oh, now the elite and what's it called, the banner bearer are together. I'm gonna try and get this banner bearer quickly before the other. Well, too late. He's quite tanky. For a healer, he should be able to at least die easy once focused. And how can they get healed from someone that's down there? That is kind of beyond me. Wow, and did you see how far away I was pulled from? Oh, he wasn't even facing me. He somehow hit me from behind himself. That was a new one. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. But I'll do it until the final breath of the boss.
Peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Wow, where do they come from? There's new ones popping up all the and this delay in between the dodges. Wow, did you see this unbelievably bullshitty pull?
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
So yeah, this is what they think is a balanced game. Even with a decent build that usually does stuff, when you get a map like this, there's not much you can do. Not on this class currently. Because you see, no matter how much damage I do and how fast, there are just too many healers stacked up. And I can't even get rid of one of the healers. But obviously this is probably the first try of a serious game for the developers. Their other games seem more like the arcade ones. So they probably don't have experience in balancing action RPGs.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Well, I'll keep resing until I get this healer.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, one of the healers is almost dead. This is good news. We're getting there. Okay, one of them is dead now. There's like 4 more healers left to kill. But I'd like to see someone else try and do that better with this exact character on this exact map. Look at those pulls, man. Just look at that. Okay, second healer down. Yeah. boy. Well, we thinned out the herd, but the herd thinned out my bank account.
Haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful
And there we go,
haven
back to
among
the
the
healers.
shadows.
A whole two of them.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I need to prepare myself for that.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Prepare myself for that.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Prepare myself for that.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, one more elite was killed. The healers, I think I've killed 3 of them.
Haven among the shadows.
The one that's the most annoying is the one next to the boss. I may try and pull him away.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, there's this healer. He's low though, he's very low.
I need to prepare myself for that.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Okay, now it's just the boss. Now it's gonna be the easiest.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
This is much easier when there's no healers around, as you can see. Well, now we can just finish the map. This map took so fucking long. really not worth it, but not much I can.
Haven among the shadows.
And as you see, the stupid banner bearers.
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Now there's no healer in this group, and you saw how easy I dealt with them. Now I'll just rush to the wood. I'm not even gonna fight. It's like 3 healers there. Not worth my time. I'll try now and do another map that probably won't be this shitty zone. So let's try and find something more reasonable. Nurgle won't be bad if there's no, what's it called? Poison clouds, yeah, not this, something else. Anything else in Nurgle? Again, poison clouds, no. They're getting nerfed, so even the developers think they weren't balanced. So this will be Prague, so good test. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna die, obviously I will.
Among the shadows.
But as you can see, it's much better than before.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
I'm wondering if those poison blades even disappear, the spinning blade.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
So those poison blades, we just kind of have to stack them up. And if you keep them ricocheting all the time, they're just gonna come back and hit the enemies.
A peaceful haven among the shadows. A peaceful haven among the shadows.
So yeah, this is kind of way better. On the other map I was dying every few seconds. This one still I haven't died. Because Swanish is kind of unbalanced. the monsters there are just too unbalanced for some builds. Because there they've got shitty healers, they've got enemies who pull you, they've also got a lot of
A peaceful haven among the shadows.
Swanish with my dwarf maybe would have been easier. Because then I could just jump on top of the healers and jump out, jump on top of the healers and jump out. But with this character, kind of not the best thing to do on Chaos 5. As you're seeing this map, I'm kiting them. And they're dying eventually. As you see, we killed so far quite a few. Probably not the most effective, but it works, it gets the job done and I don't die.
6_Rs. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Struck Club.
Thank you indeed, VI_RS for the follow, much appreciated. And welcome to the Struck Club. My alert animation was kind of... But yeah, this is doable. On this build, doable for this map, whereas Swanish was kind of a nightmare on this specific build, but on my dwarf, Swanish is not as difficult as on this build. But on my dwarf, some other maps might be difficult. But I think this is probably the decent Nurgle, when Nurgle doesn't have poison clouds, are the easiest to do on any type of build. Be it mage, be it rogue, be it slayer. I haven't tried the warrior much. I've only played a bit and I deleted my warrior because I wanna... Tomorrow I wanna rush stream a new one. Because when it was... So I need to level up a new one and stream the leveling process. So I can have one for each character. Of course, I'll be rushing again like I did on my second and third playthrough. And those you can just bounce off of walls, you don't have to even aim it at the boss, as long as you know where it will go after you bounce it off. This didn't take long, this boss fight was actually pretty okay. As long as you just spam those blades, eventually there's shit tons of damage going home. If you aim them correctly, if you're good at pool, table pool, or snooker, you'll probably be very good at playing this build. When it comes to spamming those blades and aiming. And probably you can get even more cooldown reduction. Currently I've got this down to 3 seconds. Maybe you can get it down to 2. If you can get the cooldown reduction to like 40% or maybe 36.7, you can maybe get it to 2 seconds. And we start. I haven't played my mage for a few days, so maybe now I can jump on the mage. I wanna try the flame build on the mage. The one with repelling and stuff, I haven't tried that. I did try using the skill cement for this for this build without the repelling set. I tried the storm, what's it called? Thunderstorm, lightning storm. I'll have to check, let me quickly change characters. But yeah, tomorrow during the daytime, I will level up a warrior. Now it's kind of late, it's 1 AM, so I'll probably stream for half an hour more, and end it, but Let's quickly change hero. A 1-tier play. I don't have enough to change my build. I'm saving those for the ranger. But I did try many things. I've tried builds that go all the way here. I've tried builds that go all the way here. I've tried builds that go here or here. I've tried so many different things, and this seems to be the one that works for me. But of course, I've kinda forgotten how to play it. I've been using it to farm easy things, so let's just do straight to a regular expedition, or not expedition, but reliquant lesser one. Cinch. Healers lose energy with each hit received. Well, we can try and not get hit. Maybe it would work. On this map I'm having difficulties with those mages with the big staffs. They kind of one-shot me even on the tanky version of this build. What was I using? Wait, what am I using? Why am I... Oh yeah, I was using the burning, the bread skill. Kind of forgot what my build. Oh yeah, now I remember. This portal was very short and the cooldown was... So it's not the great boss killing for sure. I've kind of forgotten how to play this versus hard enemy. Oh, this was my damage dealing skill. My, what's it called? Aether Blast. And they take 25% more damage when they're inside this bubble. And this is what I was saying about those one-shots from the mage. This build requires me to stay static, and this map is kind of a counter to such builds. Specifically this guy with the big stuff. Okay, look at this. This is gonna take forever. Probably should have just went for a Prague map. Let's just go and get a better map. Something more suitable for this build. This build is very good versus bosses though, because you have those extra 25% damage taken and it protects you from missiles. You have Blinding Light, where you need to stay static on bosses, it's nice. But for some content like as you saw now, it's not good. Now Corn, this is perfect. It's easy because there's only one thing that can one-shot us on this map. And that's those big guys, not big guys but medium-sized guys with the big swords. Those guys can one-shot you, so it's the only thing you have to kite with this specific build. Of course I've forgotten how to efficiently play it, because I'm too used to spamming dodges and charges on my other. I keep trying to use skills that I use on the other classes on this guy. That won't do much good. So this build requires you to stay requires you to stay static most of the time. If you stay static, you gain more damage and cooldown reduction. But of course, you can't do that all the time, especially when the enemies try to surround you. This might
Requires
This was like a good play. If I can manage to do this more often, then I won't have much troubles, but kind of rusty on it. I've only been playing it on very easy difficulties like Chaos 1 and 2 to farm some fragments, because it's very good for this specific purpose. I can even let those hit me, but I'm trying not to. But maybe I should just check how much I can tank. Let me just quickly get hit a few times. Yeah, I can tank, so I shouldn't be as afraid as in the other characters. Even though it's not the most tanky version of this build, I've had it more tanky before. The way I used to play it before is I used to get the enemies to come close to me, and then I used my number one, the what's it called, Aether Blast Master. Okay, as you can see, I'm skipping some enemies that I don't need to kill. I'm trying to stop for the elites, and those dogs are annoying, so I try to eliminate them as well. This, I was slowed for a bit. Okay, now we're getting rid of two elites. While you're staying in this circle, you're losing less energy because you're actually regaining some. So it's good to keep this up all the time. Keep regaining energy even while attacking. Of course, I'm not gonna bother with those. They're kind of easy pickings. Let's group them up. So as you can see, the damage isn't so bad. Of course, it could be better, but this build is kind of more focused around survival. If you want more damage, you just have to keep moving this where the enemies are. It's slowing them, it's giving you 25% damage. And you have to stay on one place to get this blue circle that appears under my feet to spawn. To it again. So far we're proving the build is okay, as long as someone uses it correctly. Oh, this guy was taking so much damage from my basic attacks. Okay, let's not bother with those, let's keep moving. I think we're getting close to the boss fight now. You saw that was 2 million damage for a moment there with this skill, and it could go even further, it could go all the way to 3 million when I stack up things properly. Have to be careful now and use my escaping skills. Wow. Okay, I've kinda cleared the enemies, now I'm ready to do the boss. This is a bit kind of slow because you have to stay static to do a lot of damage, but if you stay static, you keep getting stunned and then you do no damage. So for this boss we won't be able to use the potential. He stuns even with this skill, so he's using all his available stuns. Probably can't one-shot us, I think maybe only one of his attacks does that. So I can try and stay on one spot and steal DPS, or just to keep kiting. Maybe just tank on one spot and soaking up the stuns and damage is the best way. Because I don't think it's so bad. Yeah, just staying on one spot and soaking up the damage seems to be the best way to do it. Okay, let's go finish this map. And it's kinda not worth it when I know I can soak up some of the damage he does. Okay, I don't know why I killed those, I didn't need to. And why am I going this way? Uh, yeah, my bad. I need to go that way there. What's my movement speed? 8.9%. Yeah, I really wish there was a way to make this character better for speedrunning and stuff. This is really... And what's my cooldown reduction? Pretty bad, pretty terrible. I can probably try and get a cooldown reduction build. With a cooldown reduction build I can probably get this to 2 seconds or 3 seconds. If I get a 50% cooldown reduction build. So let's see. Where am I losing cooldowns from? Is it... I can get cooldown reduction from here. I've tried cooldown reduction builds, but they didn't seem to work much. I can sacrifice that 10 health and I'm gonna win even 5 energy. So 1 point I can get from there. Then I can get 1, 2, 3 points from here. So that's 4 points. 4 points that I can put to get this 10% cooldown reduction. Then I'll have 1 point. Well, there isn't much places where I can put that 1 point. So it's the gear. It's the gear that's not with the right stats. Something without armor piercing and with cooldown reduction is needed. So I'll have to farm for one that's better. So fire is not the best one. Of course it's not the best one for this build, but I'm kind of using what I've got. Let me see if I... Let me check my warehouse for stuff with cooldown reduction. I've been stacking cost reduction heavily because I'm using Breath of Fire. So I've been trying to stack up as much as I can, but still haven't been pretty successful on that. Blade of Instability might be a nice thing to try. Even on this specific build, maybe it's gonna be nice. But that would mean I'll have to get a magic damage. I only have this magic damage spell. Everything else seems to be fire. Oh, this one's magic as well, but I'm not counting on this damage. This isn't bad for bosses, but yeah, I don't have anything good with cooldown reduction, so I'll just have to farm. Blade of Instability, cooldown, crit damage and damage. But very low in regards to the damage capacity, and it's level 40. I'll just have to farm some bosses probably on this class. So let me quickly do something like this. Some easy boss farming for some better. In the meantime, I can just sell some stuff. So what bosses should I try? Let's see. I've got a few more minutes before I stop streaming for today. So let's do a few bosses. Hopefully something will drop. Let's do Word of Change. I love doing Word of Change on this. I kind of could have done better. Okay, we got him. Ah, look at that. Oh. Second I thought he says it's oh, wrong place. I need to start from there. But maybe doing a map run might be better for the wood. A relic hunt. What passives am I using? I might have been experimenting. Yeah, I'm stacking up all the damage reduction. Kind of typical for me on this quest. Let's try a Grand Relic map. Ah, poison clouds. Let's see if you die to those poison clouds, because they're pretty overpowered. Soon, this week, not sure what day they're gonna patch the game. I might have to check if they already set a specific date. Because I really want to try the new content. And look at this, the poison clouds are just wrecking me. They haven't killed me yet, but eventually they will. So I'm assuming if I die, it will be due to those poison clouds. Because they just keep appearing all over. Okay, let's keep moving. Getting close.
My magic is not ready.
I think the correct way was somewhere there. Ah shit, I didn't port as far as I wanted to, but still kinda survived by a thread there. Gonna ignore the trash. and kill some enemies. Oh, accidentally used my big damage skill. Let's keep moving, let's keep moving. You saw just one step in this poison pool got my HP to like 10% or so. I kind of left the numbers be there instead of the percent. Might change that so I can see the percent.
My magic is not ready yet. Perfection requires patience.
Okay, I think the boss is this way. No, wrong way. Well, on my other characters, when I was doing Chaos 3, it was much better wood-wise. For some gear farming. I'm just gonna try and soak up the damage. Let's hope this chest gives us something good at least. Okay, Blade of Instability and Soul Fire. Yeah, Instability. Let's bless them both. I've got some spare blessing stones. Am I going for crit damage? Yeah. So I've got more of the red ones, and I'm gonna do something like this. Speaking of blessings, today I uploaded on YouTube a guide for that, for people who might be wondering about them. So feel free to check it out, regardless of what class you're playing. Okay, let's bless the other one. There isn't another Blade of Instability, I believe. Yeah. So again, the red ones take priority because I've got more of those today, and make an offering. I'll do one more map just to test those, and in the meantime I'm taking a lot of damage. Let me go to the, because the poison field spawned underneath me. I'll also bless this Phoenix Herald just to check how it is with that aura compared to that damage reduction. I'm gonna be losing 10 crit chance, but that's fine. I've got 34.9 without those 10. With them it should be, yeah, 44.9. How's my crit damage? Not so much, but maybe I can just change this crit chance to crit damage to crit chance. I'm winning 1.1, so it's gonna be kind of okay. Okay, let's bless it. I think I'm getting enough crits as it is. If I end up not getting many, I'll do some changes. So let's put the Phoenix Herald and let's try Blade of Instability first. What was I supposed to do? To use magic spells. Yeah, the damage is much weaker than before. But we'll see how it goes. Let's try and do Corn again. Or no. Should we do Nurgle again? I'm gonna reset. Here's lose energy with each hit received. We can manage this. I didn't see which zone. Hopefully it's not so niche, because if it is I'll just reset it. Okay, it's not so niche. This one's not the best for my build though.
Perfection requires
Just trying out, experimenting. So this is probably gonna be my last map and then I'm gonna call it a night. Got to watch my series and get some sleep, but tomorrow if I wake up early, I'll just have some more time for leveling up Conrad and then maybe thinking about some builds for Conrad. I did make a build today on the one I had, but since I deleted it and I'll make a new one, I'll try and experiment further. I do have some idea though now that I've leveled him up one. So okay, we're doing okay on this map. Better than I expected. And this aura is doing more damage than I expected.
my spells need more power. I should conserve. My magic is not ready yet.
This little trashling population.
Is not ready yet.
Go full energy now. This is something that's bugging me. I can't teleport on this class over there, but on the dwarf I can jump with my chain. Of course on my ranger, my scout, I also can do that. Oh, let's kill this elite. He escaped my big damage skill. This big damage skill is not so good on moving targets, but if you know the elites would stay on one spot, or they won't be fast, you can direct it to go to them. Regardless of it activating slowly, you have the ability to move it, so there is no excuse to calling it a bad skill when it deals such a good damage. The only bad thing is it has a long cooldown, but with cooldown reduction build, you should be kind of okay. What's my cooldown now? 21 seconds on this, and my teleport is 5. My cooldown reduction is only 13%. So I can get cooldown reduction from the weapon still. Okay, I'm getting close to the final boss of the map. Getting close to the end of today's stream. It was a good 3 hours and 37 minutes. So this is the boss. Let's stack up some damage on him. Oh, I was holding the wrong button, sorry. Should I just stay and try and tank it? I wonder if I'll get one shot if I stay and try and tank it. And this is Chaos 5 and I can just stay inside him. Yeah, this was a good change to my build. Changing the offhand and main hand. I just need something with more cooldown. If I get this hero with cooldown, ideally no armor piercing, so crit chance, crit damage, damage, cooldown reduction. This is what I want here and here. Here I'm missing the crit chance, here I'm missing the cooldown reduction and crit damage. So the build can get better. So instead of using a Relentless Sentinel, which is good on hard bosses, and instead of using Soul Fire, I decided to try Blade of Instability and Phoenix Herald on a fire-oriented build. We only have 2 spells and the other magical, but they're good enough for the build. I think it's worth checking out this variation. I'll probably make a note of what was changed and post it under my build video so that people would know that there's another option to just play it a little bit more offensively than what was shown. I just need to farm better things for this specific variation of the. Let me quickly check the wood. But yeah, cooldown reduction would allow you to be more agile, more mobile. If you can get this to 3-second cooldown, you will be able to speedrun faster. So it would be a good addition. And if you want to get rid of some cooldown reduction, but some damage reduction from the passives, there's also another option that I've never tried. So here we can probably remove this damage taken reduced while stat, and instead of that, or maybe we can get rid of which one is the god skill? I want to get rid of the god skill. So those are both god skills, but I'm not using both of them. I am, but I wouldn't want to. So Fortress of Willpower or Continuity. Continuity is worth taking because it's only 3 points invested, but this one, if someone wants to get rid of this, they cannot take those points. They can decide to not take them and go for the speed running. Go for this tree. Get some cooldown reduction to have some speed run. I will experiment with this. I've never experimented with it, and I think it will be amazing for speed runs. But yes, thank you all for watching, for tuning in. I'll try to stream earlier tomorrow. I don't have any videos on my queue for making any content for tomorrow, so I'll focus on stream. So goodbye, keep it cool, and until next time.